Hi everyone, this is Nina from Raphaela Soul Sessions. I thought I would jump on and show my face and say thank you everyone who watched my previous video, the video of my session from earlier this week. I have been doing a lot of grounding. Yeah, last weekend was a really busy weekend. I did back-to-back sessions for clients, and then on Monday was a session for myself. So I was kind of, when you do session on session on session, it's like we're working in that quantum field continuously. So it's like really have to make a conscious effort to make sure that I'm grounding. So it was really beautiful before that session that I did with my lovely colleague and friend, Susanna Zimincic. The day before that session, I was led up the hill at the back of my house to a little beautiful clump of trees. And I was led there by my guides, I guess, my higher self. And I was led to sit there and check in with my heart and check in with Gaia. And all of this emotion came up for me. And it wasn't like I was distraught or anything. It was just like whatever this feeling was, it needed to be released. It was actually a really beautiful process, whatever it was. Well, at the time I didn't know, because I went straight into my session the next day. And it all made sense as to what I was doing there. And if you've seen the session, you'll know what they're saying to us, what we need to do, the awakened ones, the light workers, the light warriors, the way showers, what we need to do right now, which is step back from the chaos, step back from the drama, because it is gonna get really, really ridiculous. We need to step back from that, and we need to center ourselves and stand with Gaia. And all of this is beautifully intertwined with Earth Day, which was yesterday, I think. All very beautifully intertwined, that really our work right now is to not get caught up in the chaos of the world and to check in with ourselves, check in with our light, check in with Gaia and stand with her and be with her right now. So it was a very, very powerful message, a very, very powerful session. I felt the energy of the Arcturians coming in. Before we even begun the induction, I could feel these twitches in my body starting. And yeah, it was beautiful. It was a beautiful session. So thank you, Susanna, my beautiful friend and colleague, for facilitating that lovely IQH session for me. A really amazing perk of being a quantum healer is that we get to do the work with each other as well. And it's really fun to work with other practitioners because we get to explore things that we maybe wouldn't usually explore with clients. We get to play a little bit, which is really good fun. So yeah, it's really lovely to have continual friendships and colleagues that we can work with. It's really amazing, and I love it. So the session the day before was my lovely client. She came to me a little while ago. She was actually the client who, if you've been watching my videos for a while, you'll have seen the video I made about the seed and the message from the seed, and about how that we've planted this seed that is about to burst. Well, she came to me to have another session, and that was a really amazing session. A lot about the energy of the convergence energy, the coming together, the union energies, which connected to divine love and divine partnerships, and also connected to the merge of humanity again, because there's been so much division in our world. We're getting to a point where something is going to create this convergence, which will bring everyone and everything back together in unity. It was a really, really powerful and beautiful session. It was a mini session, so it wasn't like a full 4 hour session. It was maybe just under 2. And yeah, a really interesting thing happened when she was talking, and I have a little video clip of it. She was talking about the thing that was going to happen was that the medical industry was going to be exposed. All of it, all areas of the medical industry was going to be exposed. And when she said that during the session, this was her higher self speaking, I had this intense wave of energy come in through my body. And it felt like, you know, when you have goosebumps or chills, it felt like that, but it felt like layers of goosebumps. It felt like goosebumps on goosebumps on goosebumps on goosebumps. It was like, the only way I can really rationalize it is like all of my light bodies had goosebumps. That was what it was like. And it was an incredible feeling. It was like, I had trouble speaking, and I had to say to my client, hang on, I have this incredibly powerful energy running through my body right now. I asked her a few more questions about this convergence and what was going to happen. And then I asked what this energy running through my body was. Why did I feel that? And they said, we do believe that you are feeling the energy of the convergence. You are feeling the energy that will be coming to Earth at that time. And I had another wave of it come into my body. And it was like, it was just, I couldn't speak. I was just like, yeah, just really trying to sort of center myself. It was a really, really powerful energy that came in. And it was all to do with the unveiling of information that needs to be exposed. And that information is going to shock, but also unite a lot of people. So when, how, what exactly, I don't know, but it was a really powerful message. And I can't describe that energy in any other way than incredible, profound, beautiful, coming up on pure love. It was an amazing feeling. So yeah, let's see what happens. What else? I will actually read a message from that session I was talking about. I did another session the day before with a lovely client. His session was great. It wasn't like a past life session. It seemed more like a shamanic type session, where we were working with the energies in his body and the emotions and the things that were stuck in his body from his life. It was really, really amazing to sit and watch. I was enthralled. I was just kind of amazed watching him heal himself. It was really beautiful. And a lot of the healing was to do with really fully acknowledging these energies and emotions in his body, just fully being aware of them and focusing on them. And that focusing and acknowledgement was the thing that allowed the release of these things, which is often the case. We're so often taught to stuff everything away and, close the box and lock it away, when we actually open that and we open these emotions and we get to experience them and process them properly, which in turn allows them to release. So it's really beautiful when that happens in sessions. Just amazing. So that was a great session. I'll read one of the, excuse me, I'm going to read from my phone, so I'm not just being rude and sitting looking at my phone. I am going to be sharing some messages with you. Okay, so the first one is from the one where we talk about this convergence energy. So I asked the higher self if there was a message for humanity that wanted to come through. And the message was, it's a critical time and you know it. For many of you, this is the hardest part. It's okay to be sad and scared. Try not to deny those feelings if they arise. You don't always have to be in love and light. Brushing those feelings away can have a damaging effect. You don't have to be fearful, but you can acknowledge the fear. And do what you can to bring those emotions, whatever they may be, to a higher place and release them. There will be exciting times ahead. Fear can sometimes feel like excitement, and it can often be hard to tell the difference between excitement and anxiety. Please know that all that you are doing to shift these energies within you is helping the world reach this point of convergence, where all division and separation that creates all heartache will be released, and you will no longer need the pain and suffering of the human experience. This culmination point is coming sooner than you think. So yeah, this is the thing. We don't have to get completely caught up in the drama. We can step back from it. We can observe it. We can comment on it. We can play in it, but we don't have to be consumed by it. We can, connect with ourselves and connect with the earth. And it's very, very easy to do. Really, it just takes a few moments of centering yourself and finding your breath and checking in with your heart. And allow your heart rate and your breath to come into a nice kind of space of unison. They're just kind of, the heartbeat and the breath is just kind of an ever-flowing rhythm within you. And it's just a calm space. And at that point, when you've checked in with your heart space and your breathing, you can then put your hand on the earth, the tree stump, the grass, wherever you're sitting, and breathe in Gaia's energy, and breathe out and send your love down to Gaia. Breathe in Gaia's energy and send your love down. Just allow that, add that to the beautiful rhythm that you've created already. And through that process, you may bring up some emotion from yourself, you may bring up some emotion from Gaia. Whatever needs to be brought up may well be brought up. If not, then you're just grounding yourself, which is great. It's good to be grounded. I'll share that other message, actually, the one about the evolution of a huff. That was from my client's session from the day before that session. So it was last Saturday, this one. So we were kind of changing scenes between the first and the second scene, or was it the second or third? It doesn't matter. But we were changing scenes, and the client found himself observing the stern face of like an unhappy old man, older version of himself. In fact, he also observed his younger child self with crossed arms and that sort of huff type thing. and the journey that that child took from that childhood half to that very unhappy, grumpy old man. And that journey was a choice that he chose to take, and that was made very clear that this was a choice that he had made, to stay in the huff and develop that victim state, that unhealed, frowning adult state, the reactive frown. So this seemingly innocent huff, this huffy child face morphs into this older, unhappy man. So the child chooses to take offense by the unfortunate or purposeful or accidental mistake of whoever it was, or whatever had happened, and turns this energy into ammunition to punish the whoever it was, to, you know, turn it into a form of punishment. Oh, I'm going to be a huff. And then the client sort of got to the space where he realized that the punishment was really only, he was only giving to himself. It wasn't actually affecting or changing the situation or changing what had happened. It was really only harming him. It was really only a form of self-harm. Yeah, and each time the child has this reactionary response, this huff type response, they're only reinforcing that energy of the self-punishment. They're only reinforcing that self-harm. And if not rectified, this will turn into the unhappy and misguided adult. With that realization, the client saw the beginnings of the release of his child self, the release of that huff kind of dispersing. And at that point, he held his arms out to his child self and to hold him for a second and to guide him into a space of complete surrender and complete release of the need for that huff, to know that, you know, it doesn't matter, it was a mistake, or it wasn't meant to harm you, or it was just an accident type thing. And it was that guidance that was missing, that guidance at that age when they have the huff, of having somebody say, hey, look, it's not that bad, it's okay, you're going to be, it's fine, we didn't mean it, I'm sorry. You know, that kind of conversation you have with a child. It was that guidance that was missing. And after he had that moment with his inner child, that just released, and it was just gone. And the child kind of resumed playing and was like being cheeky and was having fun. And sorry, I'm just finding my space again. And then he described this light returning around the child, this energy, the pure light of childhood returning around the child. And yeah, as the energy opened and released from his body, sorry, I'm just trying to figure out where I am. He then said, this is how we become sick. When this energy gets stuck inside us and we allow this pattern to evolve unchecked, unchallenged, unguided, this is how we can become ill. When this energy gets trapped inside of us and we have these repetitive patterns of resentment and anger and, you know, huff. And what was missing was the proper guidance, and how to correctly and respectfully handle these incidents in childhood and in adulthood. And it can also be a copied behavior. It can be a behavior, you know, where you have seen the parent acting this way and the child thinks that's the way you act in these situations because that's how they've seen their parent acting. And so this becomes just like an ancestral pattern of this inner, you know, projections of parental turmoil is how I described it. The child just thinks that's how you're supposed to behave, and with the wrong guidance they will take on that energy themselves. So he then sort of observed the ancestral pattern. He saw his own parent behaving that way, and he saw himself thinking that was how we were supposed to react to these situations in our lives. And so he realized that this was something that was a learned behavior. And in that realization, he then released that pattern just in the same moment. It was just like, that's released, that's gone, that's it. So it was really simple, it was really innocent, and it was really authentic. It was just a really nice, it was really nice just watching him just so openly and easily take on and release these emotions inside them. And sometimes for men these things can be difficult, so it was really lovely for me to watch this unfold for him and just gently guide him where he needed to go. So that was a great session. So yeah, it's been a full-on time. It's a really beautiful day outside today, so I'm gonna get back out there and do some more laundry and maybe take the dog for a walk and do some grounding. Go and visit my trees again. But I just wanted to come on and share these messages with you and just share my love and my energy and say thank you so much for being here. Thank you for watching my videos. I get really lovely messages and comments from people saying how much they appreciate my work and my energy and my videos and to keep going. And I so appreciate that. It really means a lot to know that there are people out there who really enjoy my videos and my energy and what I have to say. So thank you, and I love you all so much. If anybody out there wants to have a session, I've still got a few days left of, now I was a little bit naughty and I made a 50% discount earlier on this month and posted it on Facebook and didn't post it anywhere else. But it's still going. I've still got right up till the end of the month. So if anybody does want a session with me, or indeed any of my services, everything's half price right up until the 30th, right up until the end of the month. So if anybody wants to snap that up, and that includes quantum healing sessions and also my my mentorships, which is a series of sessions. It's like 3 or 5 with my ongoing coaching, and I just basically help you to integrate what you've experienced through meeting up in the space between sessions. So there's a little discount on those as well. So yeah, that's right up until the end of the month. If anybody wants to snap it up, on you go. If not, it's okay. The summer months, the warmer months seem to be busier for me. So yeah, it's just something about the work. I don't know. People just seem to want to heal themselves in summertime. But anyway, I'm sending you so much love. Please try and step back from the chaos. Please try and stay centered and just allow whatever, excuse me, whatever needs to come up. To come up. Sorry. Whatever needs to be released, to be released. And yeah, there are a lot of people who are feeling a lot of emotion, feeling a lot of sadness, and just allow that. It's all part of the process. We're all doing this together, even though it feels like we're so far apart. We really are doing amazing. So I'm sending all of my love, and I will speak to you again very, very soon. Thanks for watching.